This stream can't be started yet. There's no cat here. There needs to be a cat or we can't start the stream. How do we start a stream if there's no cat? We need a cat. Where's the cat? Mr. Clinton. Come here, jump on my little mic preamp, Mr. Clinton. I'm still using this Zoom piece of whatever because I still got to fix my Audio-Technica microphone over there. I'm using my bike microphone. Hello, Offbeat Rock. Hello, Beyond Narratives. Hello, Frank and Ho. Vincenzo. Gio. Bast. SB Lightout. Vendigo. Valiant Gold. I can't take the office cat. Apparently that belongs to the wife of my manager. Yep, that cat belonged to the wife of my manager. And if he didn't get brought home, she was going to kill my manager. She loves that little kitty. He is so fucking cute, man. Leo is adorable. Did he ever get an answer about the iPhone 13 battery? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, I did. Yes, that was settled. Watch I fix its live stream. You see your Meet With Me vid got featured on When Show? I did not. We'll see. We'll see. Somebody told me that apparently you need to be filed or registered or something to be able to meet with somebody from the EU, from one of those commissioner kind of people. So I don't know where that's going to go, and I probably should close my fly. None of you have actually made a donation yet, so no need for that to be fresh open. Not to give you the idea that it will open. This isn't Amaranth right here. You ever hear back from the EU guy? I believe it is a woman and no. Cat. There's no cat. Clinton. Yeah, bum's not getting paid. Would you believe Apple will update the iPhone 13 or receive an update to allow screen replacements? I don't think so. The backlash from the camera issue is not great enough. What I'm finding is that there are too many people that simp and that explain it away for it to happen. I was reading the comments on Apple Insider and Mac Rumors, and my God, there are a lot of people out there that simp for companies that do not give a shit about them. It's crazy. Any plans to sell merch or stickers? You know, one of the things that I learned from watching a Bob Ross documentary today is that I really should, at this point, I should try and leverage YouTube more than I do. I haven't actually done much with this. I haven't gone full Linus with it, and I probably I don't know if I could go full Linus because he's very good as a showman, and I'm not. But at the very least, I should have stuff to sell other than just chips and Attons. Thank you very much, Mr. Kabir, for the £5. So I'm thinking of hiring somebody to create merchandise based on relevant memes. So it would I would want to find someone who is a subscriber to the channel to, just go to a site like Teespring, take over my account, and make merchandise based on relevant memes. Linus wasn't glowing about your YouTube foo. I don't know what you're talking about. Linus shouldn't be glowing, unless he's a radium girl. Don't ever drink Radithor. You never want to be glowing. I would never give Linus a cup of Radithor to drink, and you shouldn't either. I don't want Linus ending up like Evan Byers. You're amazing with board repair. I think I was amazing with board repair. I don't think I'm amazing anymore. But thank you very much, Zach, for the $2, and I will be posting more videos of NL fixing boards and also Paul almost beating him up for scraping with tweezers. Tell me I'm not the only one who isn't jonesing for a phone with no hole punch from Samsung. Why are they so far behind the design? Oh, I don't give a shit about that. I really don't. Where you place the camera on your phone, I don't care at all. The people who care about this are the same people that care about bezels. Oh no, my phone has a border that protects it when it drops. That's horrible. I want a phone that just breaks when it drops. I don't want a bezel. I don't understand what the fuck is wrong with people nowadays. It makes me think that this is just controlled opposite or astroturfing for the fact that anybody actually advocates for that. Thank you very much to OCD000 for the $3. Thank you. I mean, does anybody actually want less bezel? I want my device to break every time I do this. I don't want my device to actually be able to survive. I want an excuse to buy a new one 6 months from now. Who the fuck says that? Like, why does every tech reviewer obsessed with the size of a bezel? I don't give a shit about the size of a bezel. I don't fucking look at the bezel. I look at the screen. This is not jewelry. It's not a sculpture. It's my fucking phone. Oh my God. Like, all that shit drives me nuts. Have you thought of right to repair bumper stickers? I have. I would have to figure out how to separate right to repair merchandise that goes to a 501c4 or 501c3 from crap that goes to the general YouTube channel. And that seems like it would be kind of a mess. Honestly, all my merchandise right now is a mess. It's all like stale 2-year-old memes. Some of it's close to being 3-year-old memes. Thank you for not being a crypto pushing YouTuber. Sell whatever you like, but not the crypto scam. I think that most crypto is a consensual Ponzi scheme at this point in time. And yeah, that's that. If you want to do it, you do you. Like, again, you do you. It's just I don't want to get in on the consensual Ponzi scheme at this point. I want less bezel, and I will pay you to me, my ambassador, to get so. Thank you very much for the 50 Canadian dollars. That's more than I deserve. I will take your $50 and I will use it to lobby against shrinking the bezel. How do you like that? You just wasted $50, my friend, because I'm going to spend the $50 creating a public service announcement on why people should ask for bigger bezels. That's right. That's right. How's that feel? You are kind of like the Bob Ross of Border Repair. The interesting thing is I had no idea who Bob Ross was until late 2010s. So I kept getting comments, this guy's the Bob Ross of Border Repair, and after 2 or 3 years, I actually looked him up, and it's like, holy crap. Wow. It really was weird, because there's a lot in common, especially when I would say happy little board. I mean, it was very difficult for me to believe that I had not watched that show in a previous life, or that my parents didn't have it playing in the background when I was a kid. Dude, your fly is down. Caught the guy staring at my crotch. GTFO, go watch Amaranth. This is not that type of stream, mofo. Pick me, pick me. I'll give you guys, you email lewis@rossmanngroup.com and send me your credentials. I want more bezel and I will pay you to me, my ambassador, to get so. Okay, that sentence doesn't make any sense, just like the last one didn't really make much sense, but that one is $51 attached to it. Thank you, I'm a computer. This is more money than I deserve. So I'm going to put my email down below. Send me your credentials on merchandise making and why it should be you for that job. Can we get an updated schematics or dye t-shirt? By updated, do you mean should I retouch that picture of Clinton the cat? Or should I make a new picture of Clinton the cat that's more professional? Which phone do you think is most unbreakable against falls and other shock and lasts longest? I like to replace my phone once every 5 years. I'm not a Jerry Rig Everything. Jerry Rig Everything would know that way better than me because he actually puts them through this shit. From my limited experience, I say Motorola. I like the texture of them. They tend to not fall out of my hands as easily. The fact that the phone is smaller, the Moto G is smaller than a lot of other phones, means I'm less likely to drop it to begin with. Thank you, by the way, for that super chat. I like the fact that the Moto G is harder to drop. I don't know if it has it anymore. The last Moto G I had was like the 3 or the 4 or something, but it had that textured back that makes it easy to hold in your hand. And it was also really, really hard to crack. I actually had a video going back 4 years ago where I kept throwing it at the wall and allowing it to bounce off the wall and hit me, and I just kept doing it, and it didn't crack. It's insane. Greetings from Ohio. I hope you have a peaceful October. Thank you very much to Haven Martin. I really appreciate that. What is your current phone? I have a Samsung S10e because it has a headphone jack, so I could plug my microphone into it. It has a micro SD card slot, so I'm not stuck getting cucked by whatever low storage amount they decide to sell to me, unless I spend them for the maximum tier. And it actually fits in my fucking hand. Can you believe that? I can't buy most modern phones because they don't fit in my hand. I kind of have Trump hands, so I can't. Why would you give a cup of Radithor? I wouldn't give a cup of Radithor. Why would you give a cup of Radithor? Why would you have a holiday tree up in October? Because every day is Christmas in the Rossmann household. For all the people in that Reddit thread recently that want to help me tweet earlier, help to make some noise. Thank you to Jacob Clayton for the 1 pound and 79 ounces. Thank you. 1 pound 79 ounces. Yeah, there were some people in this recent Reddit thread going, for about the last video I did going, why is he so negative? Why is he so negative? Mofo, I celebrate Christmas every day. Every day is a holiday here in the Rossmann household. Any thoughts on the Pro Repair Fairphone 4? Is this the phone that I can't get because I'm not in an area where it works? Let's see. Let me see what this is. I think this is the phone that I'm not actually able to buy. And thank you very much for that, by the way. I really appreciate it. I support bezel. Scum. Wait, no, I thought you said I don't support bezel. No, I take that back. Good man. Good man. Good man. I support bezels as well. Okay, so let me make sure I have the right thing on the screen. Okay, so what is this? Can I buy this in America? Will this work on an American company, cell phone provider? Which bands can I use this on? Let's see. Can I use in America? I'd like to try one. A lot of people ask me about the Fairphone. I don't know if it was this or another one where it's not available on American couriers yet. But I would like to try it. I'd like to try it. Looks like it's not shipping at the moment. It's not a crime to want a good-looking device. It is a crime to think bezels make it look worse. Any updates on the audit? No updates. One of your bike videos, you were riding around Brooklyn and you passed a big Hummer advertising traffic tickets. Do you remember where in Brooklyn that was? I have no idea. Bezels are stupid. GTFO, mofo. Keep buying phones without bezels so that repair businesses stay in business. Do you agree with me that Yelp will disappear soon? They're a publicly traded company. They could keep selling shares and selling shares and selling shares and diluting their stock to keep from going bankrupt. Release the cat. The cat is not here. Have you tried slow mode on YouTube live chat so you're not 10 minutes behind? I haven't because then I'd miss out on good questions. But then again, I'm going to miss out on good questions either way. Let's see. They're just influencers, salespeople that can enter your home on a screen. Who? Was not expecting that outburst. You conversely care about bezels on laptops and monitors who don't give a shit. I don't care at all. How's your framework laptop? Still works, still kicking ass? I like that little laptop. Thank you very much to Bradley Hove for the $2.22. I genuinely enjoy my framework. It's a good little laptop. One thing it needs to be perfect is a track point. Push the big bezel agenda. Yes. You will own nothing and be happy because you will have a phone with a big bezel. Eli the computer guy moment right there. Yes. Why can't his phone just come in a built-in outer boxes? Lewis, did you live in a bubble? Yes. Look at the housing market. What are views in the state of Minnesota? I have never been to the state of Minnesota. I know virtually nothing about the state of Minnesota besides the fact that Gary Doms is ahead of I think Gary Doms is the head of the Consumer Protection Committee. He was against right to repair, and I believe he owned car dealerships. So it's very interesting that in Minnesota you elected someone that owns car dealerships to be the head of consumer protection. Because car dealerships are known for really caring about the car dealerships are typically known for really making sure the customer gets a great deal on their repairs. I'll leave it at that. I changed my mind. I want more bezels. You should want more bezels, and holy crap, you're not going to have enough money for a phone if you keep doing that. Thank you very much, but I'm not deserving. Thank you, Mr. Whiffen, for 50 effing Canadian dollars. Wow. Introducing the Rossmann phone. Monies are faith-based religions. Kind of. Can we send meme-making cred instead? I don't know what that means. What do you think about crypto? Consensual Ponzi scheme. Salem Techspert says, I will pay Subway to engrave your name in the rolls. Salem is now a mod. Greetings and salutations. Hello, Michael Quaintance. How are you? I actually just got your Reddit message when I started using Reddit again after the app, so hopefully I didn't miss you actually being here in New York City. I got your, because I didn't even notice that Reddit has a section for messages, and there's like 17 unread in there that I never checked. So I have to get back to you on that. Sorry for being a shitty YouTuber. Introducing the Rossmann phone now. Only bezel for the screen. Only bezel. Thoughts on Hatsune Miku? That sounds like some shit that Erica would decorate the apartment with. Wondering your opinion on the new Pixel 6. I have Samsung S10 II, and I'm wondering if it'll be worth the upgrade or another hand warmer. Thanks. Pixel 6. I'm not really much of a phone reviewer. I don't know what is, let's see. Let's check it out. Pixel 6. I hate these new websites. Like, this infinite scrolly shit drives me nuts. I can't stand infinite scrolly. It's Hovey, and I agree on the track point. Thank you, Bradley Hovey, for the 222. My apologies for mispronouncing your name, and I do hope they add a track point add-on, but they got a lot on their plate right now. So, like, firstly, fuck these infinite scrolling websites. Like, look, I'm 3 pages down, and I don't even know if this is a headphone jack yet. Okay, subscriptions, no. Coming this fall. I got a picture. I like this one sentence, and it takes up the whole page. I can't stand websites that are designed like this. More robust for the cats. Thank you, Mr. Frederick Maximus, for the $5. Where do you actually find anything on this phone? Like, there's no info here. I'd love to answer your question, but they don't give me any information on this Shit for Brains website. You share what lights you have in your bike. I would love to, but something else is going to come out on screen before I get a chance to. So this is one of them. But you can buy it on AliExpress, but I prefer to buy it from this company because they're the shit. I just put the link in the chat. Yeah, they make good stuff here. Here's an endorsement for a Mr. Clinton appearance on camera. Mr. Clinton, somebody gave you 50 secs. Mr. Clinton, you want some sex? Mr. Clinton? Mr. Clinton? Did I tell you that I had a relationship end over this a few years ago, by the way? I shit you not. Somebody donated a sec, and then I said, thank you for the sec. Somebody else donated another sec, and I said, thank you much for the second sec. And then someone donated 2 secs, and they were in Sweden, and I said, oh, thank you. I've always wanted secs from Sweden. And my girlfriend at the time didn't realize that I was kidding, and I got like 6 pages of text messages from her about how I'm a horrible human being and never to talk to you again. And then for years afterwards, I had to live with them saying, I'm sorry, I take it back, I shouldn't have done that. And then I found Erica and moved on to people who can tell when I'm joking and not lose their mind. But yeah, so I don't know how that came up, but I think it was because I saw Sec on screen. That was an interesting one. LOL, Madison or Sarah from LTT might do your merch part-time. Yeah, if I could get people from the Linus merch team, I probably can't. I probably can't outbid them, but I would try. I would try. If I could share them part-time. It had to be somebody who really understands the meme culture in this channel. Better than I do. Because I don't understand. I don't even know why certain memes wind up becoming popular on here versus the others. Was your meetup a success? I don't know. I haven't had it yet. A second Motorola. I currently have a Stylus 5G and it's super adorable. What did Linus say about Rossmann about his video reach? I don't know. I haven't watched yet. Motorola is cheap and user-friendly. Yes. It's 12 a.m. Why are you awake? You're not my dad. Go away. Because I'm 10 minutes behind in comments. Linus mentioned your video about the European whatever person on the WAN show. Well, hopefully the chief of competition in the EU watches the WAN show. That would be awesome. My Galaxy S7 is still going strong. I had an S7 and it got really, really fucking slow after a while. It doesn't have a headphone jack, Lewis. Then fuck that phone. You're a beautiful human. Buy some extra meat to freeze, rice and beans if you like them. This month's going to be rough. I'm trying to cut down on carbs, man. Just lost 2 pounds this week. Do you build custom PCs? Nope. What do you think of that niche industry in terms of repairability? I mean, it doesn't need as much because you have less integration. You can, if you want, buy a PC motherboard for $100. So it's different than a laptop where the SSD and the RAM and the processor and the GPU are all on one board. If you can't really fix desktop boards the same way that it's difficult to find schematics for laptop boards. You're not going to find a schematic for like a DFI, NF4, DAGF. My God, I'm showing my age with that one. But you're not going to find schematics to that stuff anywhere. It's just that motherboard was like $80 when it was new, so nobody cared. But the same general idea applies to just about everything. What is this? The chat on the chair. It's chat on a chair. That's what you signed up for. I think you would do great in Minnesota. Did you go to see ballet, opera? What is your point of overpriced New York? My staff is here, and a large amount of my customer base is here in a very specialized industry. Any chance you could suggest a framework on the next design, implement a removable battery? Yeah, worth a shot. I'll push my luck. Thank you very much to Mr. Marcin for the 99 cents. Sex LMAO. Yes. Yeah, that was a fucked up stream. That was a fucked up stream. That was a moment where I realized that, like, I really, 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 really have to be careful with the people that I date once I become, like, an influencer. Because I think at that point I had like 300 or 400 subscribers at that point, and I hadn't really subscribed to the fact that I'm an influencer. I hate that fucking word. It makes me sick. But yeah, that was like the first time that YouTube had fucked up that was the first time YouTube had fucked me up with my interpersonal relationships. It really raised the bar for the people that I involve in my life. How do you think your viewers view you as a person? Very polarized. Like, people either hate me and think I'm a giant, egotistical failure piece of shit, or they think I'm the next coming of Jesus Christ, this great businessman, this kind, Mother Teresa-like human being. In reality, it's really neither of the above. It's probably closer to the piece of shit side, but it's probably somewhere in the middle. I either meet people that genuinely despise me with every fiber of their being when they've just met me, or just from YouTube, or I meet people that think I'm the next coming of Jesus Christ. And it's very weird. It's very strange. It's very rare that I meet people that just view me in the middle, which is, I would just, like that, and that's what I prefer. But such is public life. Thank you very much to Geodesic Interpolation. And sorry for mispronouncing your name, and sorry for forgetting the person that made the last thing that showed up on the screen. I usually say thank you, but I forgot to on that instance. I'm sorry. Have you and Mr. Clinton caked to an agreement on his contract? Mr. Clinton is being a bastard. Mr. Clinton, have you considered Northern Virginia? Not much at this point in time. I figure if I were to move somewhere else, it might as well be a place where that doesn't have a state income tax and low property tax. But I would like to take a trip of the country, and I'm going to the moment I figure out if this potential meetup is a meme. More free sex for the chat. Oh man, you're just piling it on there. Can you tone it down on your New York personality? Sometimes you come off as a jerk. I don't really care. GTFO. People are going to like you or not like you for who you are. I'm not changing who I am for you. Like, I'll try to be the best version of who I am, but I'm not going to change who I am because you just want to throw out insults at people. GTFO. Enter for €2, says Lewis Horseman, best girl. That's kind of creepy. That's weird. What do you mean, horseman? The hell's that? We have a streamer, just your kitty. He's actually sitting on the amp being a bum. Please elaborate on why you like track points. With a track point, you can type and then move the mouse, and then type and then move the mouse without moving your palm. With a trackpad, which is a horrible pointing interface, I hate trackpads. You type, but then when you have to move the mouse, you have to move your palm. Then you go back to typing, and you got to move your hand. And you do this, you got to move your hand. You do this, you got to move your hand. I don't want to be doing this back and forth while I'm using my computer. Maybe when I'm watching porn, but for the most part, I don't want to be doing this when I'm using my computer. I want to just sit like this, type, move mouse, type, move mouse. I don't want to have to constantly move my hand back and forth. It's a pain in the ass, and it's less efficient. Once you learn how to use a track point, it is way more efficient than using anything else. What are your thoughts on Steam Deck as a portable PC? I don't have any. I don't game. This dude paid you $100 to talk about bezels. I'm not going to criticize how people spend their money. Welcome to Lewis's live stream, an actual real person that gives a crap. He's human. Thank you, Hattie Langford. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Burned out Boston home selling as is for $400K. Yeah, Massachusetts has a lot of expensive property for stuff that looks 300 to 400 years old. If you consider moving your business to Stamford, Connecticut taxes aren't as bad. Lies! And your employees can still get to work via the Metro North. You have like 2% property tax throughout most of the state. Besides Greenwich, but in Greenwich it doesn't really matter what the property tax is because the shitty little property starts at $1 million there. Connecticut's a step in the no. Connecticut's a step in the wrong direction. That would be like staying in New York, in my opinion. Just another one, expensive property tax. It's just like it's another one of they got to be rich to live their places. The computer should know what you want to click on. You sound like whatever jackass developed the gear shifter, lack of shifters in the new Tesla Model S. Lewis, your opinion on crypto. I've said this over and over again. Consensual Ponzi scheme. Complete with cult of personalities. Promoting the consensual Ponzi scheme. Have you considered becoming a VTuber? I don't know what a VTuber is, but thank you very much for the $2, James Oldages. What's a VTuber? I'm a YouTuber, not a VTuber. Why do Apple products be difficult? Trying to super chat you with my Gmail for Apple has a different password, FML. You have a different Gmail for Apple? Why is that Apple's fault? Also, this POS phone was given to me. That's a fine reason to use an Apple product. If you got it free, everything would come into the West Coast. If so, where would you go? Nevada? South Dakota? Move to Seattle. There's enough people with Mac. No! Hell no! No, I don't want to move someplace where studio apartments are $3,000. There's horrible traffic everywhere and taxes are high. Fuck that! I live there already. Why would I move to like the opposite side of the country only to be right back in New York? Why? I appreciate the $2. Thank you very much, secret agent. But no! No! Can you take compliments? Occasionally. Not New Hampshire, my guy. Property tax is fucked. It very much so is. Why are you doing this stream looking like a pastor? Nah, it's a black shirt, man. What do you want from me? It's a black long sleeve shirt. Thank you for the $5, Mr. Dims. Where Cat? Cat's over there. Mr. Clinton! Mr. Clinton! Come here, you bum, you mofo. Get over here. Got a cheap Mac Pro 5.1. What's a 5.1? I don't know what the numbers mean. Fixed it up and found both Mac OS 11 and Windows 11 won't work on it. To hell with Apple and Microsoft. Linux is my hero. Thank you, Michael Fizzle, for the $5. What is 5.1? Like, if you say I have an A1286 from 2009, I know what that is. If you say I have an A1398 from 2015, I know what that is. People email me all the time saying, like, I have a MacBook 6,1, 13,2. I never know what the fuck that is. If you're able to use Linux and it doesn't torture you, then more power to you. I don't have the patience for it anymore. Just enjoy the stream. You sound a little sick. Hope you're feeling well. I have some allergies. Every time the seasons shift from summer to winter, I get allergies. And a stuffy nose. I love the long bike ride and walking chats and want you to do more of them. I'll try to make time for some. My S20 Samsung got run over by a dump truck with a case and it never broke. Fuck iPhone. Huh. Thank you for making the video series Guide to Basic Electronics. It was helpful for me. I'm glad it was helpful to you, Maddie. Did you put the new kitty to work fixing MacBooks? No, I went back to what it belonged to. No sex, just dollar dues and a request for you to go through the Australia government's right to repair report when it comes out on October 29th. I'll check it out when it comes out. Thank you very much for the ass. I guess the next best thing to getting some sex is getting some ass. Thank you to ARC42. I cleaned the fans and replaced the thermal paste on my MacBook without breaking it. I feel like a real Lewis Rossmann. Do you have one of the machines where replacing your thermal paste can be done without taking the board out of the case? Because if that's the case, then that's awesome. Is most of your business local? Is there a market for mail and remote work? About 45 to 55%, depending on the month. I started your videos when you talked about the stairwell incident from your school. The thing I've always liked about you is your humanity. Thank you very much to Big Bomba. I highly appreciate that. And thank you very much to CWVV for the $5. Thank you. Yeah, I would say 45 to 55% of it, depending on the month, is walk-in. Why can't you recover data from MacBook NVMEs? Why you? That's kind of like saying, why can't you fix a logic board? And I feel bad because you gave $5 to ask that question, but do you see how the question, Lewis, why can't you fix a MacBook logic board is a weird question? Well, what was wrong with it? What is the particular case? It's like asking how long is a piece of string. It's really difficult to give a specific answer to that type of question. The main answer is most of the time when a MacBook SSD is dead, it's dead because a voltage regulator died and sent 5 or 12 volts to it. And when you send 5 or 12 volts directly to the NAND does something called go poof. And then your data goes poof. Once your data goes poof, like Steve has to explain this to customers, and like sometimes it's funny. Why do I miss my ex if my current partner is so much better? Because there was something your ex offered that your current partner doesn't offer, and because you like your current partner, you're not willing to admit to yourself what it is that made the old partner better in some small way, shape, or form. And if you were able to do that, if you were able to overcome your guilt and figure out what it is you miss about the ex that your current partner doesn't offer, you'd be able to have an actual conversation about it. And A, you get to figure out if you really have a strong relationship or not, because if you have a strong relationship, you should be able to talk about these things so that you can come to a long-term conclusion as to how to deal with it, and also, maybe how to build a stronger relationship. And B, you may actually get it. So stop being afraid to have that discussion. The sooner you have it, the sooner you'll get over what will eventually cause you to cheat on your current girlfriend with your ex. I forget what I was just talking about before this. What was I just talking about? The mail-in versus walk-in thing? You sound awesome on my new bows, Lewis. Why do you have bows? Thank you for the 40 lightning bolts, but why do you have bows? And what was I just talking about? Shit, does anybody remember what I was talking about before I went on that rant? Does anybody remember what I was talking about? Anybody? Not you, not you. Did you ever get in touch with Millennial Farmer for a podcast episode? I did not. My email is public. Anybody who wants to email it can, lewis@fighttorepair.org or lewis@rossmanngroup.com. Oh, the SSD. Yeah, so Steve will wind up saying, I'm not, I can recover data, but I'm not a data whisperer. Like, I can't just... And there was this one person that actually left me a 1-star on Yelp recently. Serious this time. So EU decided to try and slap Apple's hands. They have to include USB-C side and their proudest thoughts on this. I've answered this question like 90,000 times, so I apologize if it sounds like I've run out of patience. I just can't keep answering it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit what charge port they use. What I care about is, can I buy that charge port so that I can actually fix their phones? Do you use micro USB, mini USB, a fucking serial port? Like, I don't give a shit what port they use. What I care about is, can I buy it? Can I buy the charge chip that goes on the phone so that when you plug a cheap, shitty charger into it, I can fix your phone? I don't care about the port. It makes no difference to me whatsoever. Sex for VTuber Marine Husha. What the fuck is that? Yeah, so I got this 1-star review recently. I shit you not. We looked at this machine the moment we fucking got it in the store. We took everything apart. We did all the work we could. We couldn't fix it, so we didn't bill them for repair, and we still got a 1-star because they had a dead SSD. Like, just dead. As in, NAND is fucking dead. Like, dead as a dodo. There's no data. There's no physical data there. Actually, it looks like it's gone. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. It got filtered. Well, but, yeah, so that looks like that review just got deleted. Good. Look, there's a kitty. Blackberry, you're on the wrong side of the chair. Come here. You always make me laugh, and after this past week of suicidal depression, just what I needed. Hope you all the best. Thank you. I am Insanity for the $5. I haven't been there, but I've been close to it before, and I really do hope you manage to find something to distract you from that feeling, and also something to get yourself involved in so that you don't feel like you are... So that you have something to keep your hands busy, your mind busy, so you don't sink into that. It's really hard sometimes. Like, it is. Audit guys don't care about taxes. They just want you to resist so they can crucify you, offer anything, and they'll go away, cause no perp walk. I disagree with you there, and I believe my CPA would as well. Again, I have a professional CPA and a tax attorney, and I outsource this to them. I am not a tax professional. I will let them do their job, and I defer to their judgment. They've been dealing with audits for over 30 years, and that's them. That's their job, not mine. Your video on productivity changed how I view being an employee. I now want to photograph my work for future reference and to show future employers. Oh, I'm glad that did something, Bing Bamba, and hopefully it works. Thank you very much. MS says, I love right to repair. Thank you to Mr. MS. It's weird saying that because MS stands for multiple sclerosis, so saying thank you MS is kind of weird. But thank you MS. I apologize for associating your initials with a disorder. I guess somebody else did that before me. Micro USB is the worst possible invention known to man. Oh, what I love about micro USB is you've created a port that only plugs in one way, and if you plug it in, and has teeth, so if you plug it in the wrong way, it just rips everything out of the port. Ah, it's beautiful. Thanks to you, I got heavily into IT work years ago, and I'm now making around 7K out of my apartment while earning a degree in cybersecurity. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. The charge port I mentioned is the best charge port. You should know about it. The cloaca? Also, Linus had that if you knew how bad things really are, while all of his last WAN show talking about things. What do you mean if you knew how bad things really are? What does that mean, Furious TV? I don't get it. Explain. What's your MBTI? Oh, fuck all that shit. I hate those tests. Your video... Oh, yeah, I read that one already. Blackberry, get away. See, she thinks that this is her pom-pom toy, and it's not. It's my pop filter, Shoeberry. Do not scratch my face. All those personality tests suck because they ask questions that you can't answer properly. Like, they ask questions like, so when you're at a party, are you the life of the party, or do you just kind of go to the, are you a wallflower? I don't know. Am I around interesting people, or am I around a bunch of schmucks? Like, it really depends. Every answer on a personality test requires a follow-up question that they don't have the ability to put together. So I reject the premise of most of those personality tests due to how shitty, at least the ones I've taken have been. How do you feel about TPM modules? We've had them fail on several Dell computers, all manufactured in 2019. I haven't had experience with any of them. I apologize because you donated $5 for an answer to that question. I am not. Yeah, I don't have a developed opinion on it, and I feel like if I just came up with something on the spot just to have an opinion, because I feel guilty that you donated $5, which I'm very grateful for, by the way, that I would wind up pulling something out of my ass that would be used against me at a later date because it would be highly uninformed. I don't know much about the TPM modules in Dell computers, with the argument for them being there versus not being there, and how they affect repairability. I have a laptop I spent $7K in total. Holy shit, in 2015. Would you treat that laptop any different than something that's a lot less? Yes. I probably wouldn't take it outside of my house, and then it wouldn't get used as a laptop, and then I would never use it, and then it would just sit here, and then I get depressed. Is it getting cold in New York yet? No, I wish. I had a fan next to me today. Erica just took it back, though. I miss my fan. And thank you, Nicole Valerie. I think you're reminding me that I should be visiting Florida where it's nice and warm. But it's already too hot over here. I miss Florida, though. I kind of miss Florida. That was an interesting vacation. You're on point today. Keep it up. Thank you. And thank you, Miss Nicole Valerie, for the $2. Why can't you be better? I don't know. I was born this way. I'm a schmuck. TCRS Circuit is here. Everybody wave hello to Tim. Thank you for your videos. Thank you very much, Sabit Spongin Chowdhury, for the $5. Thank you. I've been watching a bunch of your videos and want to say you're fighting the good fight. More power to you. Thank you. How about Montana? Maybe. The only thing I know about Montana is that Frank Zappa mentions it on Overnight Sensation. And that was one of the first records that I heard that had the Rockettes on it. I'm a construction electrician, and the current job market is exactly like you described. Companies trying to pay $15 for 3 years experience. Yeah, and they wonder why nobody wants to go to work. And thank you, Mr. Big Bumba. And Blackberry? Blackberry, do not eat my microphone. That is not a pom-pom. That is not a toy. That is my windscreen for when I'm on my bicycle. Don't you dare, you big fat berry. Windows or Mac OS? I use Windows. Hackintoshing is too much of a pain in the ass to me, and Windows hasn't pissed me off enough yet. If the head of engineering at Apple and the head of Microsoft were to fight, who'd win? Maybe Microsoft. I still think they probably have some crazy Steve Ballmer energy going around there. Linus said if you knew how bad things really are, while all of his last WAN show talking about things. I don't know what that means. I answered a personality test with the most contentious responses. They said I was a leader. Thank you for the $5, Mr. Sean Foster. And I don't know, are you? In 8th grade, a kid in my class named Matt, when we were supposed to say something about another kid in our class, said that I was a leader, not a follower. I don't know if that was true. Shout out to Matthew Barone from 8th grade, if you are watching this somewhere. He wrote that on the little piece of paper. Any update from person whose name I butchered in the last video? I sent them an email. No update whatsoever. If there was an update, I would have made a video about it, and I wouldn't be sitting here answering random questions as my cat tries to attack my microphone. Thank you very much, Mr. Sagnick D, for the $3, but also for emailing. But I have nothing new yet. A bunch of you emailed, and hopefully it gets me somewhere. Nut. Thank you for the $5. Hopefully you're not nutting to this video. That would be awkward. Love the new haircut. It suits you well. Thank you. Yeah, I haven't gotten a haircut since February or January of 2020. And then I just got a haircut yesterday or 2 days ago. Very badly needed. I had been cutting my own hair since the start of the pandemic, and it was fucking horrible. Like, he had so much shit that he had to fix, and he said, you know, let your hair grow in for 2 months, and then once you have a lot of hair, then I could fix all the stuff you fucked up in the back of your head by trying to do it yourself. But thank you very much, Miss Valerie. I have a question for you. When you first started, what was your level of education in your current field? Are you kidding? I had no education in my current field. I barely even had my high school education. What is your secret to keeping cat hair off of your clothing? It's impossible. What I do is I use a piece of packing tape and I do this. Ooh, I just got a notification from Chrome of something very salty. Damn, people are salty. This is funny. I'm having a little bit too much fun. Okay, what did I just miss? I just got an interview in a few weeks. Any advice? You're interviewing them as much as they're interviewing you. Don't show up there with the idea that I have to put on a show for them. That's not how this works. Recognize that just the fact that they are having you in for a job interview means that they have fucking failed. That means that they have no inner circle to hire from. They've asked every single person around them, hey, do you know someone who would be a good janitor? You know anybody who would be a good janitor? Hey, you know anybody who would be a good janitor? And everybody said no. That means they're desperate. You're interviewing them. They're not interviewing you. What do we have here? Fine, BlackBerry can have an endorsement. Have a good night, everyone. Keep up the good fight. Thank you very much to McCall Dolfquist. And what do you think about that little berry? In Ontario, some shops have heard of you and are feeling the same hardships. I believe in the cause. Supporting you helps spread the message. I've not been raped in a parking lot yet, and do the same. Yeah, that whole Coalition for Safe and Secure Data thing really screws me up. I really used to be under the impression that Ford and General Motors and Chevy, those were all the like pro-America companies that believed in freedom and were for right to repair, and it was only companies like Tesla that were jackasses with it. Bro, they paid money to convince people that if this passes, you'll get raped in a parking lot. Like, it really makes me see Ford and Chevy in a different light. I put a new SSD in my computer, and now its power usage is high. Did you have a machine that used like the standard SSD and then put a Transcend SSD in by any chance for one of the 2013 through 2015 Apple MacBooks? Linus gets on my fucking nerves. Why do you let a man on YouTube get on your nerves? Like, how? Just like think about that statement for a moment. Where's the best place to get a Bafang kit? If ebikes.ca has it, get it there. If not from there, get it from California e-bike. That dude is cool. I like the guy from California e-bike. He's a good guy. He actually did a blog on what makes the older ones more likely to break than the newer ones and what they changed. So I like ebikes.ca and I like this dude. Tell the guy at California e-bikes that I say hi. Do you think in the future people will start talking openly and on the internet about watching Butterfly and pirating stuff? I don't know what Butterfly is. Ah, fuck. And also, for some reason, that message disappeared before I could actually finish reading it. What's your favorite type of nut? I like lime cashews with just the right amount of salt on them. Lime cashews with just the right amount of salt on them. Like, you really shouldn't be letting someone like, why are you letting a person on YouTube piss you off? He's not your boss. You know, he's not your customer. He's not, like, it's literally a guy posting videos to the internet. Now, if he emails you and says something that, you know, touches you in the wrong way, that's one thing. If he, like, says nasty things about you, that's one thing. But, like, why are you letting somebody on, like, why are you letting a guy that makes YouTube videos aggro? Like, that says something about your nerves more than it says anything about Linus. Open boobs says username for $2. I appreciate the $2, but I will not open my boobs for you. Wait, watching Butterfly. I don't know what that means. Hi. I appreciate the $1, but I don't know what that means. USB-C is great. I don't mind it. Oh, man, this guy's mad. Can you guys tell this guy mad? Yo, this guy mad, bro. This guy mad. Why do I have notifications on in Chrome? Who is older, Mr. Clinton or BlackBerry? Mr. Clinton was about 4 or 5 months old when BlackBerry was only 6 weeks old. So Mr. Clinton is older by about 6 months. But he's 10 times larger. Yo, this guy's fucking mad. Oh, man, you're raging. You're raging. You're raging. Oh, this is funny. I can't help but laugh when I could actually tell that someone's blood pressure is high as they're typing that. Like, it's almost 1 in the morning and this dude is absolutely losing his shit. Oh, this is funny. I put a link in the chat. That's funny. Oh, man. Be Bad Sad funded $5. Keep it up. Thank you. Give the kitty a kiss. Says from Tovi NMD. Thank you for the $4. Blackberry, come here. Psst, psst, psst. She's my kitty. I love my little angel. Pet your cat softer. You're too rough. No, you're too sensitive. My kitty likes it. If my kitty didn't like it, she wouldn't be here and she would have jumped away by now. She has 1,100 square foot apartment with which to run to, and she chooses to sit right here because she loves getting head rubs. The Framework laptop is doing excellently. What do you think of corporate America? I feel bad. You gave me $5, and that's an insanely general question that I have no idea how to answer. I mean, what do you mean? Do you? I don't know how to answer that question. There are so many different corporations in America with so many different corporate cultures. There's so many different corporations, so many different corporate cultures, so many different areas of the country. I feel bad. I feel like I owe you something better than that for $5, but I don't have something. I'm digging down and I don't have anything when the question is that general. What is the worst piece of advice you have ever received? It can always be worse. I hate that piece of advice. It's useless shit. I don't even know if it's advice so much as someone consoling you, and thank you very much to Randall for the $5. It's like, oh yeah, you know, you have a dick in your ass, but it could always be worse because you could have a dick and a knife in your ass. Like, I really hate that idea that it could always be worse. It's the worst thing to tell somebody when they ask for advice or something is, it's a really annoying thing to hear. It could always be worse. Like, that doesn't help me. You could be, you could be burning in fire, but you could be burning in fire with gasoline on you. It could always be worse. Like, it's such. My dad always wanted to smack people who said that, and like we both agreed on that. Thoughts on Windows 11? I haven't used Windows 11 once. Do you know where to get a Google Pixel 3 repaired in New York City? Try JM Wireless on 244 Grand Street and ask for Eric. So I'm 1 for 2, and thank you for the $5, Sky. JM Wireless on 244 Grand Street. If they're still around and open, ask for Eric. I have not used Windows 11, and I have no desire to update until it is insecure to use Windows 10. And at that point, I don't know. Maybe I'll just use Linux. I'll give in and use Linux at that point if it's not still horrible. Too bad Stephen Hawking never figured out monetized chat vlog thing. Thank you, Sean Foster, for the $5, and rip to Stephen Hawking, a genius, brilliant mind. Thanks to your channel, your repair guide and power rails, voltage, etc. is brilliant and helps me greatly. I hope it does, and I hope you're able to get some repairs done with it. Thank you very much, Furniture Consortium. I hope that stuff helps you and that you're able to get some working stuff out of it. That doesn't matter if you can't pay anything. That is why those guides are made available for free. Those are made available for free so that people who started out as broke as me can get something out of them and make something work again when they don't have money. I believe that the information and education should be available for free. Where I work, a guest at the hotel I work at asked about where to fix a MacBook, recommended your site, and she was so happy to hear about it. Well, thank you, Zeinbein, for the $5 and for the recommendation. I really appreciate it. And for those of you who are curious, if you go to any of my board repair videos, there'll be a link in the description to a 150-page guide that tries to explain a lot of the stuff that I go over in the board repair videos. It's a primer, so if you watch a board repair video and you're confused by it, I would highly suggest you check that out. Again, it's not one of those bullshit things where it's like, oh, you get the first 5 pages for free, and then after that you have to pay for it. It's all free, and it's all there to try to make this stuff easy, breezy, beautiful, cover girl for free. I love all kinds of nuts, especially peanuts. Well, thank you for the $2, LaserCat, and I'm glad that you like nuts. I prefer lime roasted cashews. Those things were so addictive. It was almost worth waiting in line for Trader Joe's to get one of those ones, but I started to get addicted to them. And then I have an addictive personality. Have you been to Pennsylvania? I have been to Pennsylvania before. That's where Mr. Daniel Smullen is from. Will you dress up for Halloween on stream? No. Thank you for the $2, but I think no. I would dress up for Halloween on stream if somebody paid the store's back rent. I would almost dress in a costume of your choosing. I probably shouldn't say that publicly because there's probably enough people that made way more than that off of GME this year that would take me up on that offer, and that would be a bad idea. But robust. I'm somewhat active in European politics, so I reached out regarding your request. Really want to see this meeting happen. I hope it does. Thank you very much for the 56. Robust. Thank you to Crunch by 51 for $1. Good night, Travis Stamper. I like eggs. Thoughts on people using text-to-speech in videos? I think people use text-to-speech because they're shy, and they need to get over their shyness because it's going to help them in life. Streamlabs censored the word to butterfly. Do you think in the future people will start openly talking about on the internet about watching porn and pirating stuff, even though so many people do it? What do you mean in the future? I've been honest about that for like 17 years. Who isn't honest about that? I had one ex-employee that said while everybody else was talking about their downloading habits that he has never watched porn in his life, and everybody in the store just like stopped what they were doing to fucking laugh at him for about 5 minutes. Yeah, man, just don't say stuff like that unless you're begging people to just drop what they're doing and laugh. But you should consider doing a video about nuts. You seem really fucking obsessed with nuts, LaserCat. What's up with that? You seem obsessed with nuts, bro. That's not healthy. His shirt is tight. It looks like he's choking himself. Hardly. I got lots of space over here. That retard Apple cocksleeve. That particular hoe is mad. It's my phone, not Apple's. Yeah, this is an interesting thread right here. I just posted it in the chat. It's one of many interesting threads on Reddit. It's good to know that I have the power to get people that mad at 1 a.m. just by existing. You mad? I'm curious in your thoughts of Florida since you visited. You may end up opening a shop in Florida. So we're in Florida. I have no idea, to be honest with you. And thank you very much to Nintari for the $5. That's really the question. Like, do I go for an area that gives people the sense of familiarity, like the sense of New Yorkishness around them, like Fort Lauderdale or Miami? Or do I go for a place that's that's like a mix, like Tampa? Or do I just totally culture shock everybody by going to Pensacola or Jacksonville? That and many things are things that I'm really in the middle of debating. That angry Reddit troll guy is a troll. Look at his profile. Oh, lol. I guess he's doing a good job. Yeah, he's doing a quality job of it. And I have my fun. I've never actually caught you live. Was that the Right to Repair rally with you? Thank you for showing up, Matthew Gallup. Didn't get a chance to say hi. You seem pretty busy. I'm sorry that I did not have a chance to say hi to you. I apologize. I usually try to meet with everybody who shows up to those, and I fucked up as an advocate and as a YouTube person for not being able to do that. I apologize. But thank you very much for showing up to it, Matthew. Hello, I just see your stream. Thank you, Shamak Wok, for the Hong Kong $25. I think I sent a message to the wrong email. I sent it to the help one, but I can't seem to find the other ones you've mentioned. You said them earlier, but my long-term memory sucks. Yeah, I have a help email, but that goes directly to my staff, which then winds up going into a pile that gets looked at when there's no more customer service to do, which is never, so they never get looked at. My email is lewis@rossmanngroup.com. If you have a right to repair related email, but only right to repair related email, lewis@fighttorepair.org. Where'd you get that chair? Link in the description down below, baby. Yeah, I'm going to go full Linus with it. Yeah, we're going to shill. We're going to shill. But this is going to be quality shilling, not the standard, not that low quality, typical Rossmann shilling. We're going to do some quality Linus shilling. I'm going to have an affiliate link available right here. Right here. Thank you very much for the $5, by the way. If you buy the chair using that link, I will get money. But you should probably find that chair locally. You'll save a lot of money off of buying it on Amazon. You're paying a lot of money in shipping to get that chair from Amazon. Anwar Kadena funded $1.99. Thank you very much. Would you serve as U.S. president? Oh, hell no. I don't need 100, 200 plus million people hating me because I said the wrong thing. Fuck that. Fuck that job. So you have the Shure BT2. What's your thoughts on the new Ionic Wireless one? I have never heard the Ionic Wireless before. Ooh, what is that? Never tried the Ionic ones. I'm going to use those headphones for the next 10 years. So I'm not going to get new ones for a long time. I keep trying to reach my local elected official about rights to repair. They never answer me. Any tips to get them to interact? Show up in person. Man, show up in person. Are you still libertarian? I would say libertarian leaning more than actual full-on libertarian. I'm not one of those people that says, you know, get rid of the courts, get rid of the DMV, get rid of everything. I'm probably more the Larry Sharpish kind of person where it's just, can we focus on the things that are the most screwed up first and take a mildly libertarian approach to it while still maintaining the things that work about the current system? Kind of more so than I am, you know, a full-on ANCAP or something. But every time I think I'm one thing, I wind up figuring out that I'm not when I speak to someone who is actually that thing and is horrified by me. Cooperate business is like it has always been, but 10 times worse than 30 years ago. Go small business or work for yourself. Oh, yeah, I think you mean corporate. Yeah, probably. I haven't worked for a large company since I worked for Model Sporting Goods in 2006, though, 2005. So, I want you to spend this at the dispensary. What are they dispensing, Sean? And thank you for the $5. Thank you. That's BlackBerry. This is BlackBerry. What do you think of what Gavin Newsom said today? I don't keep track of what Gavin Newsom says. He's not my governor. I know this is a cliche, but I genuinely hope to be you when I eventually get a job. No, I hope you to be much more successful than me and to make way less stupid do way less stupid things than I've done. And when you do make a mistake, actually learn from it. Don't be like me. Sometimes when I'm heated and complaining about something, I'll pause and throw in a, hey, everybody, how's it going, for good measure. Does that actually work? And thank you very much, username for the $5. I never say that in life. I'm going to start saying that more often. Like when things are really awkward. Has driving made you think different about places? It's opened a world of possibilities to me. I'll leave it at that. But thank you very much for technically working for the $2. It's opened up possibilities. The quartering has posted 6 question marks in a row. I don't know how to respond to punctuation. Punctuation is not a sentence. Rest in peace, David Lee Roth. No way in hell. No. No. When did he die? Wait, he's not dead. Oh, GTFO. He's not dead. You just made that up. If I visit... Oh, fuck. It came off the... 1 second. It went off the screen. I don't know why the ones that are small go off the screen so fast. Throw it in towards a new shop. Don't forget to record for taxes. Thank you very much, Mr. Kuzi, and will do. 1 second. I got to find the one that just escaped the screen. One of them just escaped the screen, and I got to find it. What restaurant should I absolutely go to? Thank you, Austin, for the $1. I would have said Lucha Lucha, but they're out of business. I would have said Mazzetto, but they're out of business. So I'll say Blossom. They're on around 9th Avenue, around 9th Avenue and 20th Street, if they're still alive. If they're dead too, then I fucking give up. All the places that I used to love to eat at here are closed. I don't really have any left. Roasting nuts over a fire is better than in an oven. Now we got 2 people that are obsessed with nuts. James is obsessed with nuts, and thank you for the $2. What happens to the cat in your store? That cat belongs to the wife of the manager. And if he did not bring the cat back home, she was going to come and murder him. So he took the cat home. Apparently the cat was stolen from the wife. The wife was not amused. They make lime cashews? Yeah, they do. Trader Joe's is amazing. I want to be near a Trader Joe's wherever I wind up. Love all your videos. They've really helped me through a tough time right now, and all of your inspirational talks have helped so much. Thank you, and hopefully you make a lot less mistakes in life than I did, or at least learn from them. Thank you very much to Joshua Killian for the $4.99. You have any board repair videos with sparks or smoke? Oh, tons, man. Yeah, I got a couple of those. I got one that even burned my nose. Oh, God. They're trying to GoFundMe, having me show up in a Halloween costume. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come to Queens for a backyard barbecue. Do you have backyard barbecues in Queens? The only time I visit Queens is to go see Sonny, which I haven't done in a while. I've actually been a really shitty friend to him. Thank you for reminding me, New York City barbecue, and thank you for the $2. Thoughts on the framework modular laptops. I have an entire 1-hour video going over that. Do you believe open source software is integral to the rights repair movement? I think that the ideas that they go over are integral. I don't think that software in and of itself being open source is integral to right to repair as it is right now. But I definitely think that all of the ethos that are espoused by people in open source software are definitely allying philosophies to right to repair. I don't want to sound greedy, and thank you very much for the $5, Jeffrey. I don't want to sound like, yeah, I want all this, by the way, I want open source software too, because someone's going to fucking clip that and say that we want your source code. I don't need C.T. Wilson in Maryland hearing that and going, see, I was right 2 years ago when I said they want your source code. They want your source code. Because that guy already doesn't like me. Linux distro of choice. Gentoo. If I'm using Linux, I want to torture myself, man. I'm already torturing myself by installing it, so I might as well go full in on it. Compile the shit, stage 1 tarball, baby, back in 2003. Let's torture myself. Yes, full on torture. I'd like to recommend Fort Myers, Florida. Maybe a good area for your type of business. Thank you very much to Mr. Nintari. My apologies that I did not see it before. I'm sorry. I should have said something when I saw that before, but I didn't see it. Any plans for when you reach 2 million subs? The last time when I hit 1 million subscribers, I moved to a new space. When I hit 2 million subscribers, I'm going to move back to the old one. Steve and I have been talking about that actually and joking. Because it's weird because like I called the old landlord a slumlord on YouTube because we didn't have heat. We didn't have heat for like fucking 6 months. And even with the old landlord who's like 90 something years old and didn't give a shit about the building, even he got us heat. And thank you very much to Kronos for the $1. But yeah, Nicole, so we've been joking about that. Like, should we just call them back and say, yo, man, I'm sorry. We fucked up. So I noticed that you haven't actually opened the door to the space since we left. I noticed because when I go by there, all of my shit is still there. Would you want to go back to us just giving you like $4,000 or $5,000 for it, and we just move back in and just call it a day? Like, I'm very much so at that point right now. So yes, it actually would not surprise me. Again, for 1 million subscribers, I moved to a new store. For 2 million subscribers, Lewis puts his tail between his legs, cries, and goes back to his old store to save $75,000 to $8,000 a month. I would recommend Fort Myers, Florida. Maybe a good area for your type of business. I will check it out, and thank you very much for the $4.99. But yes, I really am very close to the point of, yeah, I'm very close to the idea of going back to the old one. That would be the ultimate fail, though. That would be the ultimate, like, just swift kick in the nuts. Like, everybody gets used to this big, beautiful, open space, lots of ventilation, room to move around, nice desks, and then they got to go back to that fucking shithole. That would be a swift kick in the nuts for everybody here. But if I could do that, if that deal were back on the table, I'd take that shit tomorrow. I'd run with it. Like, what would you recommend to someone stuck in a rut? Find something new to do. You know what you got to do. Most people know what they have to do. They just don't do it. Like when you look in the mirror in the morning, you know what you need to do. You know what you should be doing. You know what you're not doing. And you know what you're wasting time on that you shouldn't be wasting time on. You know exactly what you want to do. You're afraid of doing it and it being the wrong thing. You're afraid of doing it and your life getting worse as a result of doing it. But one thing that you won't have is regret. Come visit me in Coachella, California. We got the best beaches. Also 1v1 Locket League. California is not on my list. No. I don't want to move someplace where you got to be a millionaire to own a half-decent home. But thank you very much to Mr. Fuentes for the $5. I appreciate it. But I have a friend in Guatay Mountain, California. It's like a town of 100 people or so. But otherwise, I don't really visit California for any reason ever. But when it comes to the rut, you know exactly what it is you should be doing and need to be doing. You just have to actually do it. I mean, admittedly, I do too. You know, I got to call back my own landlord and say, listen, man, I'm sorry about that shit I said online. Like, you know, you want to beat me like a piñata? Here's a bat. Take one swing. Just please aim. Don't aim for the organs. And like, can I move back in? Do you have the power recliner or manual recliner? Manual, baby. This is all manual. Look at that. Manual. Thank you very much, Mr. Whiskey. I'm far too cheap to get an automatic recliner. But, yeah, I would take that shit. Because if I went back to my old store, I'd save about $8,000 a month. And if I save $8,000 a month, in 10 months, I would pay off the back rent of this store from this clusterfuck of a mistake of moving to this place. And then after that, I would just get to actually keep that money and then do things like go back to giving generous bonuses when people deserve them and make more money myself. So I would love to go back to the old store. I can't believe I'm fucking saying that out loud, but like I miss that old store. I really do. Those were better times back then. Oops, and what if we sent our email to the Fight to Repair one? Should we just send it elsewhere? If you sent an email to Fight to Repair email, I actually read that. If I haven't replied, it's probably because you're sending something that's unrelated to the core purposes of that email address. But if you're sending something to Lewis, you could send it to lewis@rossmanngroup.com. If it's a Fight to Repair related thing that's important, lewis@fighttorepair.org. If I haven't responded to the lewis@fighttorepair.org one, probably wasn't as important as you thought it was. Sorry. Thank you very much for the super chat. Best pizza in New York City. Artichoke on 14th Street, but I reject the premise of pizza. Too many carbs. Not good for me. No pizza. I believe you were one of the brightest minds of our time. That is fucking sad, man. That is sad. No. There are way too many bright minds of our time for you to be focusing on me. GTFO. Did you know AOC is a millionaire already? Well, she beat me to it. I should become a social democrat as well. AOC beat me to it. What can I say? She's a better business person. AOC's a better business person. I'll take that from there. Do not move to a new location at the top of an economic cycle. I will not move to a location 2 to 3 times as much at the top of an economic cycle. I'm just going to do what Bart Simpson does in every single Simpsons episode. Please give discount for Super Chat if I pay cash. GTFO James, but thank you for your $2. I'm going to become a bartender in my next life. My next business, I'm going to be a bartender. Then I'm going to... I don't know. God bless AOC. God bless her. She found a way to become a millionaire in this economy as a millennial. God bless her. All the support in the world from me. Good on her. JDP Man funded $5. Hi, Lewis. There's a problem with moderation in your Discord servers. Any way I could reach you about it? Quite seriously, relative to your cost. No, it's not serious. It really isn't. It's not that important. I don't make... Like, Discord does not... I don't even link Discord in my videos anymore. It's such a fucking pain in the ass. Because if people do... A, people discuss and fight about shit constantly. B, moderators constantly fight about shit. And at the end of the day, like, I don't, that it does not bring me any business. It does not make any money. It does not, like, it's just, it's not, you can email me, but if it's more than 3 lines, I'm probably going to, I'm honestly very close to the point of just deleting the Discord entirely. Because it's just a nonstop dumpster fire. Vote for Satanisha costume. No Satan costume, but thank you for the €2. Like, the worst thing that what people will do is somebody that's completely fucking unrelated to me, that's not even a mod, will say something in that Discord. And then someone will say, wow, I didn't know Right to Repair was associated with what one dude in a comment section of a public Discord with 12,000 people in it said. And it's just so fucking annoying. And it's like, it's just become more trouble than it's worth to even deal with that shit. Like, there was one jackass recently that was actually taking posts from there and sending it to the employer of one of the people that was talking there. So they looked up the person, they found their employer, and they sent their comments. And it wasn't even anything bad. It's just like, what the fuck am I doing even dealing with this? It's just, it's a waste of time for me. And I probably shouldn't be engaging with it at all. I have too much fucking shit on my plate to deal with online chat drama. I really feel like I've been brought back to the fights that we used to have on IRC when I was 13 years old. I think the rent and expenses is out of control. Mail order will be a hit if you keep your pricing reasonable. That's the thing. My pricing right now is New York pricing. I'm honestly surprised I have mail-in business because my business, mail-in and walk-in, is all set at New York pricing. So that's why I find it to be such a meme. Pet your cat backwards once. My cat's not here, but thank you very much to Feline Farm. I put this. How do I put this? What was I going to say? I have more mail-in business than walk-in business, but I charge Manhattan walk-in prices. So that's kind of, I really wasn't expecting it to grow at the rate that it did. Did you spend your free time washing Teslas while staring creepily at people walking by because a Reddit user says you did a couple months ago? In the while? I don't know what you mean in the while. Do you spend your free time washing Teslas in the while? I don't know what Reddit user says these things. I don't know who does this shit. I don't know. It's probably, I don't fucking know. Sometimes when I am washing my car, people will walk by and they'll just fucking stare at me, and it's really weird. So I'll stare back at them because I don't know why they're staring at me. And that's one of the things that sucks balls about having a YouTube channel with this many subscribers is people just stare at you in the wild, and it's really fucking creepy and weird, and they shouldn't do that. But yeah, I don't know. It's probably some really weird person that just has some sort of problem. The political ethical system you described is called objectivism. It's a libertarian with police. Check out Yaron Brook on YouTube. I watched an interview with Yaron Brook and Sam Cedar a really long time ago on YouTube, and it was very enlightening to say the least. I do not think Yaron came fully prepared for that. Have you always been a cat person or no? If so, why cats over dogs? I prefer cats, thank you very much to Interstellar, by the way, because they listen to you. Dogs don't. I know what you're going to say. No, of course dogs listen. No, you tell the dog, hey, listen, by the way, while I'm at work, can you just do me a favor and shit and poop in that box? Cats listen where it matters. Cats listen where it matters. When I'm out in the wild, people stare at me and do really stupid shit on a regular basis because they recognize me from YouTube. So like it most likely it was somebody who was doing some really, really weird, stupid shit, and then I looked at them like they were doing weird, stupid shit, and then they made a dumb post on Reddit. Can you in private republish your video not being afraid to fail? It was so good. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Tech is amazing. I'll make a note to do it. I'll review it to figure out why I privated it to begin with. Why do people not like AOC? She didn't affect a triple band pull shot. Got to give that 100 to 1 long shot that came in. I think it's one of those. I would have liked what you said if not for how you said it things, and I also think it's because people have a tribalistic ideology and they don't. Even if they may agree with her on one or two policy things, they don't like the rest of what she says, or they don't like the way she comes off, or they don't like the people that she allies herself with, or they don't like the generalizations that she makes in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. I honestly don't. I try to avoid digging into that shit because it's just a mess, and it doesn't really benefit me or my life. 1v1 something. What did I miss? Fuck. No! Damn it, I'm falling off the fucking treadmill. I can't fall off the treadmill. You never fall off the treadmill. 1v1 in Quake World. I suck at first-person shooters. If the old landlord doesn't take you back, that may be a sign you should set up shop down south. Maybe, Nicole Valerie. Maybe. I want to check out Tennessee and Florida. I was going to leave for Tennessee today, but I saw that shit in the news, and I'm like, you know what? I'll stay here for one day, because I know with my fucking luck, if I leave for Tennessee today, I'm going to get a call from the EU chief of competition saying, hello, we'd love to talk about Apple and right to repair. Oh, you head out to Tennessee? Okay, sorry, I'm going back to Europe now. Like, that's my luck. But I'm going to stay here for another 2 days and see what happens. You've inspired me to fix my drifting Nintendo Switch controller for $7 rather than buy a new pair for $50, says Aluza Akbar for $5. That's awesome, and I'm glad that you were successful at it. I really am. That means something to me. Thank you very much, and thank you for the $5. IRC or God forbid screw Discord. Just delete it. I honestly do. I really do. It's like the amount of bitching that I get from people. Like, people don't understand that when people chat in that Discord, that's not actually me chatting. That's other people chatting. That when I post a Discord link to an open chat room on a channel with 1.6 million subscribers, that some people are going to talk in there, and they may say things that you don't personally like. But, yeah, it's really becoming a pain in the ass. The only reason I haven't deleted it, you guys have property tax that's crazy in Texas. And what happened with earlier this year with them trying to scapegoat renewable energy for their problems made Texas slightly less attractive. But I do want to visit Austin, not because I love Austin, but because there's somebody there that I owe it to them to actually meet in person for a number of reasons. So I was going to check out Austin for that, but it does seem like it's becoming New California. But thank you very much, Click All Night, for the $2. But then, like, if I delete Discord, then it's okay. Well, if you deleted Discord, then why don't you stop having comment sections in your videos? And I don't really want that to happen. But I have so many people that message me saying, I have a problem with what this person said. I have a problem with this moderator that muted me. I don't like this. And it's like, oh, my God. You'd think people are paying a membership fee. Gotta go, but thanks for being a big inspiration over the years. Here's $5 for a coffee. It looks like you need one. I avoid coffee. I avoid caffeine because caffeine gives me anxiety and makes me lose my mind. But thank you very much to V8. Donut the V8 for the $5. I stick to water. I like my water. Water does not give me anxiety. Your Discord is pretty awful. It's not my Discord. It's you people. You people are what make it awful because you're the ones talking. Erica is to cookies as Mr. Clinton is to greenies. Well, true. I do from time to time, like 1% of my interactions in Discord, I wind up speaking with people that are cool, that teach me something, that are technically savvy, that get me access to parts, chips, schematics, or diagrams, or give me something good to discuss on here. And that's why I keep it. Because, like, from time to time, there'll be something in there that's worthwhile. But, like, yeah, again, 99% of it is just sifting through crap. 99% of it is absolutely sifting through crap and a dumpster fire. How do you stay motivated out of depressive episodes? I remember one video where you explained many different things you thought would help, but didn't. I don't think I do all the time. Maybe I'm fooling myself. I don't think I do all the time. I just find other stuff to do. I make sure to keep a full plate. You know, like how to videos on YouTube, run business, advocate for right to repair, try to fundraise for lobbying for right to repair, try to run Repair Wiki, I don't know. You know, I keep a full plate. I have too much on my plate to, you know, have time to be depressed. If you go back to the old shop, get Sunny to fit out the basement, put a launch ramp in it for your bikes. That would be very useful. I'm not kidding. That is on the list. I swear to Christ, that's not kidding. Steve and I have a rock, paper, scissors game waiting to figure out who calls Hub NYC to apologize. Like, I shit you not. I'm just going to go back to them like, bro, I'm sorry. We fucked up. Let me let me know how we can redeem ourselves to you. I really am this like I'm gonna go back to my old landlord. I told my current landlord like I'm gonna do everything I can to I'm gonna I'm going to give I'm gonna do everything I can to pay back the back rent at this office, find someplace else. I'll give you guys some notice before I go so you could find a tenant. But I already told the current landlord that I don't have a long plan for this place. What happens to kitty in your office? Love your content. Keep up the good fight. Right to repair. That kitty is not my kitty. That kitty is the manager's wife's kitty, and she was not very happy with the fact that the kitty was at my office instead of home. So the husband of the owner of the kitty brought the kitty home. Thank you very much, Total Leak, for the Australian $7.99. Chat is 15 minutes delay, doesn't it? Chat does not. I do. You're all talking at the same time. So you're like, there's 1,200 or 500 of you, and there's one of me. So that's not a delay. I meant to ask, do you watch Teslas in the West Side? That part of the message was missing. Okay, if you by West Side you mean Manhattan, I don't actually drive in Manhattan because you would have to hate yourself to drive in Manhattan. So that's definitely not me. If you mean the West Side of Brooklyn, that's still a no. But if you're talking about the West Side, like the West Village in Manhattan or the Upper West Side of Manhattan, then that's definitely not me. And thank you, by the way, for the super chat. What's your favorite candy? I don't eat candy. Candy is no good for you. Neither is carbs. You skip mine feels. Shit. And I can't find it either. I'm searching Jimbo. I only see 3 things here. Ah, crap. Why does your company not have credit to buy a location? Because the location in Manhattan was like $14 million. My old building sold for $14 million, man. It's like, why don't I have $14 million of credit? Are you fucking kidding? I started this company in my bedroom with $250, like wearing basketball shorts. Are you kidding? Who the fuck is going to give me $14 million of credit? I tried to get a loan for first around $200,000 or $300,000 before I moved. Couldn't get that. Reapplied for $40,000. Couldn't get that. Fucking gave up on the idea of going into further debt. Like, I don't know. Ask the bank. But I mean, realistically speaking, why would I want to put myself $14 million in a debt? Who would want to go $14 million in a debt? And above all, why the hell would I want to bet on New York City real estate? I would honestly rather lease than own here because I don't want to own property in here. I don't want to own property here that I could never sell for the rest of my life. Hell no. Total beginner looking at gear for repairing 80s, 90s PCs since, but met with arguing forums, conflicting info, and COVID war pricing help. I don't repair 80s, 90s PCs or since. And yeah, conflicting information on forums is an unfortunate fact of life. I would check out TapeOp. Check out the do-it-yourself section of TapeOp. And TapeOp has a really good message board. Also, check out Jim Williams. How much back rent do you owe right now? Probably like 80 or 90K. I got to check it. I think it's like 83K. What is a hobby? And thank you very much for the $2 Canadian plus 91.91. What I'm thinking of doing is I find a place like my old store, I move back there, and I toss the amount of money that I'm saving onto the back rent, and then I go back to having a nicely profitable business again. What is a hobby of yours that you never talk about? I used to really enjoy speaker refurbishing and hi-fi audio. I liked fixing the crossover on my TLCS 3.6s. What is your favorite burrito? The Lucha Lucha Monster Burrito with mushrooms, tempeh, jalapenos, carrot habanero hot sauce, egg. Oh my God, they had an amazing burrito. But they're gone now. Thank you very much, Shun Matoy, for the $5. When you hit 2 million, you should get your old store and one beside it so you could expand. Be like, give me a deal. I'm running 2 stores here. I tried that originally. I wanted to take the candy shop once that douchebag who had the candy shop next door left. But they weren't open to giving me the candy shop. Now maybe it's different with the new market, but we'll see. I'm seriously at the point of begging for my, like actually groveling for my old store back. Here's some candy. I can't accept it. I'll take your $2, but I can't accept the candy. It's no good for you. The old store wasn't fit to be occupied by humans. Well, that's all I deserve, I imagine. I deserve what I earn, and I earn enough to be worth the old store. I deserve what I earn and nothing more. Not a penny more. What happened to the new place? Bit off more than you can chew. You were excited about building out to the location. A pandemic occurred that royally fucked a bunch of business last year and caused a bunch of business to leave the city. So, like, my trajectory was doing this, and I thought that it was going to keep doing this. So I moved. And then, literally the moment I moved, it's kind of like when you buy GameStop at $450. I bought GameStop at $450. That's pretty much what happened with my move. Thank you for the $5, Logan Hawker. But yeah, I did the business equivalent of buying GameStop at $450. I bought ICLN at $34. That's what I did. The business equivalent of buying ICLN at $34. What do you think of Linus' coverage of your vid? I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. If you seriously consider leaving New York, have you considered Arizona? I have not considered Arizona. I've never been there. Thank you very much for the candy, but the candy is no good for me, so I will not take it. But I will take your $2. What do you think about Rupert Neve passing? It's a shame. He really did care about the industry. I got to service the Neve 8088 console. That's the one that uses 31102 modules that sound amazing. The bus modules at Avatar on the Neve 8088 were always iffy, but I missed that 8088 console. Rupert Neve was responsible for the good Neve consoles before they sold out to Siemens and started making trash that overheats all the time. What's your opinion on low market cap cryptocurrencies? I think that they are a consensual Ponzi scheme. I've answered that many times, and my answer has not changed. Thank you for the $5. Fuck Chuck, but I believe that all of that stuff, consensual Ponzi scheme. I have cryptos that I'm never going to be able to fucking sell. Like the exchanges don't even exist anymore. They don't even accept the coins. It's like I was an idiot with it, but what I see is there's a lot of people treat it as if it's a consensual Ponzi scheme. I know I'm supposed to tell you that it's the future and it's amazing and it's democratizing finance and yay and blockchain and fire and opportunity, and like I'm supposed to just use a bunch of encouraging adjectives to make you completely ignore the fact that you're taking part in a consensual Ponzi scheme. I don't have it in me to do that. I'm sorry. I can't lie to you. I wish I could lie to you. If I could lie to you, I could turn this into a low market cap crypto channel and make so much money because people love being told shit they want to hear. And I can't do that. I can't do it. Consensual Ponzi scheme. Thoughts on back pain from sedentary work? I'm in so much pain. Seek help. That's my thought. Seek help. Dude, I fix MacBook boards. I don't know shit about fixing spines. Don't go to your MacBook board repair technician for advice on fixing spines. Are you okay? Are you okay? I don't know how to answer your question. I don't know what your definition of okay is. I'm okay. It's a weird question because it kind of prompts you to not say no. People don't like AOC because she's broken every promise she made. She's one member of Congress. So, I mean, like, if you're a member of Congress, a big part of it is you need to get the rest of them to agree with you in order to actually do anything. So that's one reason I would never want to become a politician. I promise I'm going to do this for you. But if I can't get everybody around me to agree that that's a good, worthwhile thing to do, then I can't get them to vote on it. Then it doesn't get done. Like, did I break my promise, or did I do what I said I would do, which is try to get other people to vote on it, and they didn't vote on it? I hope this helps. Thank you for the advice you provide. Thank you very much to plus 9191. That is way too kind of you. Holy shit, $200. Jesus Christ. Borrow from the SBA. They're giving money away. I try to avoid borrowing money. I don't like debt very much. I used to really, really try. Will you give Dr. Egg another shout out? I don't know who. Dr. Egg? You mean Eggman? Like Sonic the Hedgehog Eggman? I don't get it. I am not. Why not do a GoFundMe to get back rent? Because fuck that. I honestly shouldn't have even done one for moving to this new store, and I feel this horribly guilty about that to begin with. But yeah, like I don't. I'm not gonna like go back. I'm gonna figure out how to fix this shit myself. The dollar is already digital. With that being said, if you ever make it upstate, I'll buy you a beer. It is, but it's also not a consensual Ponzi scheme. And the exchanges that allow you to trade the dollar are not going to go away in 6 months, like the exchanges that allow you to trade fucking QuantStamp or any other Poet or any of those other shit coins. But Also, thank you very much for the $5. Brad, uh, what was I just saying? I forget what I was on about. Yeah, like I used to like be chasing the idea of I want a business loan. I can't wait to the day I can actually get a business loan. And then I really did everything I could with my finances. I wanted to move. I didn't get a business loan, and now I'm looking back on it like, thank God I did not get a business loan. This should help cover rent for a square inch of your current store. Thank you, Opensus, for the $5. Hey, can you imagine if I had gone into debt $500,000 to build out this new store so that it was perfect according to my dreams? I'd be screwed. Oh, fuck that. No, no debt. I don't want to use debt. No, thank you. I'm going to... Has Steve from Gamers Nexus done a collaboration with you? No. I mean, he's the kind of guy that would probably want to. It's just I suck at coming up with collaborations. I don't... Like, my idea of a collaboration is an awkward in-person conversation. JJ funded £2. Thank you to JJ. You take international repairs if I send something to you. I would suggest you find someone in your home country because you're just going to be pissed at me when customs holds your shit for 6 weeks. Customs is going to hold your shit for 6 weeks or it's going to get lost and then you're going to be mad at me. Support local business. I'm confident that there's a good repair shop in your country and I would highly suggest that you seek them out and provide them with business. You are my favorite street great YouTuber. Thank you for the $2, Mr. Seville, and thank you for reminding me that what I am known as in life, what I will be known for is a great. Discord is a toxic waste dump. Yep. But I also get to talk to people like you on Discord. I've met and spoken with very, very valuable people on Discord, which is why I refuse to get rid of it. But man, it is a dumpster pot. It is a dumpster fire a lot of the time. You should have a sit down with Tim Cook, but he probably won't do it. Yeah, I understand why. I've kind of been adversarial. If I could go back in time, maybe I'd be less of a dick in the older videos. I really never expected anybody to watch that crap, though. So I kind of got stuck and pigeonholed into that persona. Where is Clinton? Did he run away from you again? Yes. Like the videos that I did where I was kind of yelling at the camera and being a dick. Those were like they were my personal rants. I really never expected somebody would actually watch it. And then I kind of got pigeonholed into that and then was like, well, you know, it's already out there. What are you going to do? Psychiatry would have put Jesus, Muhammad, and Buddha in mental hospitals and forcibly medicate them. Psychiatry many times equals ideological persecution. I don't know about that. Thank you for the $4.99, but I have no idea if that is true. Okay, time to continue scrolling. I recently got on your Discord, did a Grandpa Simpson GIF walk around back outside. Discord is kind of similar to YouTube comment sections, is that the people who have the time to post in a comment section are going to be the people that are doing a lot of the conversing. If you move even just outside New York's real estate bubble, you could have way better margins and better location. Please leave New York before moving back. Better margins, yes. But a large number of walk-in business would be kicked right out the door. Yes, Linus mentioned Lewis's video. Mobile Fix is here. Hello. How'd you like Buzzards Bay and why'd you go there? I went there to visit a repair shop. To give them materials to discuss right to repair. Someone donating money to tell Lewis there's a serious issue with moderation on your Discord, and Lewis instantly going, no, there isn't, pretty much sums up Discord as a whole. Yeah, because like I'll get these emails from time to time, and they'll be to my business customer service, and it'll be somebody like they'll write me 6 pages saying I was banned for this and I shouldn't have been, and here's why. And then like every now and then I'll take the fucking bait and I'll go back through it, and it's like these are the cheapest, lowest quality shit posts I've ever seen. I can't believe you actually made me read through this. So so that happened enough times that I just said, "Fuck it, I'm just taking a hands-off approach to this." You know, like I will let the I can't. Email me, I'll take a look at it, but I swear to God, every single time I do that, I wind up regretting that I ever looked at it in double. And I seriously, genuinely regret every single time I've done that, and that I have like not trusted the moderators there who just banned somebody who was being a dumbass. Thank you for your efforts fighting the good fight. Thank you, Mr. Kovarubius51 for the $5, and hopefully I will win. It's so frustrating when my business customer service gets some 6 or 10-page email about the injustice that's been done onto them, and then I actually go back and read their shit, and it's just a pile of crappy shit posting, and then I just feel like I got trolled again, because we got trolled once by you being there, and again by me actually reading the fucking email to second-guess my own moderators. I wouldn't underestimate street rate videos as the gateway drug for future Louis Rossmann and Right to Repair supporters. You know, that fucking video is now the second most viewed video on this damn channel, and it's on its way to being the first. Any opinion on real estate situation in China? I don't follow Chinese real estate, and I feel bad because you gave me $2, and thank you for the $2. But I have not followed Chinese real estate. It hasn't been a thing for me. You inspired me to perform repairs and sell it for profit last year. I bought a broken MacBook, then figured out the screen was expensive, so I couldn't sell it for profit, but I used your service. I'm sorry to hear you lost money on one. I stopped doing the buy and resell when I finally got burned buying and selling, and then it encouraged me to start offering repair services. It was less risky. If I couldn't fix it, I just got to walk away and say this is not economically viable to repair rather than take on the loss myself. Working on bedroom fixing GPUs, unfortunately I did have perspective to leave yet, but your streams back from 17 inspired me a lot. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you very much for the RS5. Thank you very much to Mr. Felipe Muniz. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're totally allowed to run, Lewis. To ran, Lewis. Oh, rant. How people perceive your rants is on them. If they don't like it, they won't talk to you. I always have a good chuckle when you smile while ranting. Thank you, Double Vision, for the 10 Canadian dollars, and will do. Robe. It's okay. The sunshine. Jason. I believe this. I'm broken. Thank you, Mr. 5, for the 1 pound and 79 ounces. Mods get paid and abused from Discord users who try to dox them and cause crap. Sadly fucking true. Sadly true. Discord was really fun back when there were less people there. Once it got to 12,000 plus users, then it just became a shit pit. And it doesn't bring in money, so I can't hire people to make it great, and I don't spend enough time there to really like moderate it myself. Will I notice a difference between a real soldering iron station, and I imagine what came off the screen far too soon was a shitty one? In my opinion, yes. My opinion, yes. Thank you for all your content and rants. I learned more about New York City Council and Border Pair. Keep the good fight. Thank you for the $9.99 Phage Lives. You can buy, like, you don't have to spend, $500 or $900 into JBC to get a good station anymore. Get a TS100. Get a Pine Sill. Get something like that. Like, you don't have to spend a lot of money anymore. That's why I am less, I'm less of a, less kind to people that go for the cheap option now versus before, because you really don't have to spend much. You said my last name, dear perfect, and most people butcher it. Once again, I have a new MacBook, but I'm interested in doing a build PC desktop. Any tips? Thank you very much for the $10. If you want to build a PC desktop, I would suggest going to the Gamers Nexus channel and listening to what they have to say. I did not check out his channel, which is why I got some piece of shit Enermax water cooling setup from my Ryzen system in my office before I watched it. Had I watched his channel, I would have known that that is a piece of shit and not bought it. I think that Steve at Gamers Nexus is an upstanding individual and that you'll have a lot to learn about what you should do when building a PC from him. I hate building PCs after working on 20 or 30 or 40,000 fucking MacBooks. The last thing I want to do when I get home is build a PC. I find building a PC to be miserable because it feels like work. But if you want to do it, I would definitely check out his channel. And I'll maybe also Silent PC Review if they're still around. I like Silent PC Review's review of cases and fans and things like that. Why are you both still awake? I don't know, man. I don't know. Why the hell? What am I doing here? And thank you very much to Kayvon for the $1.99. I really should be going to sleep. I should be getting out of here. Tired. Look up Evergrande going under in China after building whole cities with nobody to fill them. Oh man, that sounds like New York City in China. Also started an electric vehicle company and scammed U.S. invest. Oh man. So, let me guess. They're gonna get a bailout from the government. I'm gonna take a wild guess at that. I will look up. I've been seeing them in the front page of the news recently. I just haven't been paying attention to the news because it fucking depresses me. But as much as I used to. Thank you for the $5, Mr. Logan. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a talk of a bailout after that. That would be, but I'll read about it. I'm not moving to Gary, Indiana, TX. I am obviously biased Scarlet Red, but I like the Aten 862, which you can buy at store.rossmanngroup.com. You do a birthday shout out to my girl, Nyan. Nyan? Nyan? Nugent. I apologize. I don't know how to pronounce that, but happy birthday. Who are the West Coast Right to Repair folks? Kyle Weans at iFixit. I very much appreciate that you keep the Letters to Lewis channel open in response to that. I love that openness you have towards your community. That's the only reason I haven't gotten rid of Discord. I check the Letters to Lewis channel from time to time, and the rest of it is mostly shitposts. The rest of it is mostly shitposting that I ignore. Nathaniel Christopher funded $5 Canadian and said, please pet the kitty. Fine, I pet the kitty. Q's Tech Services in Wisconsin? Make sure next time you come back to Wisconsin, hit me up. How far from Brookfield are you, Q's Tech? I got to check you out. Email me. Lewis, thanks for your efforts. Viva la Repair, says John Crino for $5. Thank you. Hattie Langford says, it wasn't the number of users, it was the mix of people first attracted to Discord. I don't know if that's true, because in 2017, it was really different than it is now. Like, that Discord had a different feel to it in 2017 than it does now. It kind of grew into something, and then I didn't really have the time to shape it into you know, shape the culture of it or really any. Oh gosh. In late 2018, when stuff got busy after the CBC News piece, I just stopped focusing on it completely. Brevin Jorgensen funded $2. Thank you for the $2, Miss Brevin. Hello from Lincoln, Nebraska. The last time I was in Lincoln, Nebraska was March 2017. Hope everything's going well there. You have a Reddit thread. I have many Reddit threads. Oh, God, it's time to go to sleep. What the hell am I still doing here? With Amazon's somewhat recent purchase of buying a film company, do you find it concerning that Amazon keeps entering new markets? Yes, if they continue to push the idea that people should get paid in exposure, which I'm going to put in a new video because they offered to pay me in exposure to participate in their locker program. Exposure. Yeah, expose this. Good night, Louis. Would donate valuable stuff, but all I have is useless U.S. cash. Thanks for your work. Thank you for donating that $5 of meme currency, Scott Cordick. I highly appreciate it. That is a meme currency. I think I answered that one. You have a recommendation for an audio interface? I have a Focusrite Scarlett that has a lot of driver issues in Windows. I have no issues with my little Focusrite with driver issues in Windows. But if it gives you issues, then I would try something from PreSonus. I'm actually using my Zoom. Check this out. This is a Zoom H1N, and I can plug my DPA 4065 into it, and this will do the analog to digital conversion for me, and it also acts as a mic preamp, and it sends out the 4 volts of plug power that makes this thing work. How much do I have to pay you to charge BlackBerry's name to Hillary? $83,000. $83,000. That's my price. Have you considered Long Island? Nope. 2.2% property tax, overpriced old homes. No, thank you. Here's something to its operating costs while you sort your next steps out. Don't be so hard on yourself for your mistakes. You're only human after all. Deserving isn't really relevant. Thank you for the 10 New Zealand dollars, Mr. Croquette. I am hard on myself because I have a tendency to make the same mistake over and over again. It's not like this mistake. It was the decision-making process that I went through in my head where I made the same mistake over and over again. And that's why I'm hard on myself. It's not because I make a mistake. It's because I make mistakes and I don't learn from them. And if you don't learn from your mistakes, then you're just going to be screwed for the rest of your life. It also keeps me from doing it later. Do you have a recommendation for an audio? I answered that one. Just said shy. Oh, God, sleepy. Is Erica going on a date with Rich Rebuilds? Erica? I guess she's sleeping. Time to go to sleep myself, actually. Gary, Indiana makes the 191st Street station look like a unicorn. Bro, I was going to visit my dad. I went through fucking Gary, Indiana because this piece of shit Waze app told me to get off the fucking highway to drive through Gary. Fuck you, Waze, for that. But thank you, Random Tuber, for the $5. I highly appreciate it. There was a building. It wasn't even like it was missing a piece. It looked like a guillotine had went through the building diagonally. It was insane. Like you could see the building was really tall here, medium here, short here. Like a guillotine just did this to the side of, but like it was crazy. It was crazy. Like there's no neighborhood in New York City that looks like Gary, Indiana. To repair videos or riding your bike. That sounds dangerous, and thank you for the... Okay, that has to be a meme currency, Etzik. What the hell is that? That's a P and a J. That's a P and a J. That's a meme. That has to be a meme currency. What is that? What is that? What is that even? That has to be a meme currency. Thoughts on ham radio or prepping? Ham radios are good for communication. And I don't know much about prepping. I apologize because you gave $5. With the upcoming auditor, will the upcoming auditor fine you for not paying tax on super chats? Also, Clinton demands more cat treats. These super chats actually go to a company,
and that company reports these specifically as income. So super chats go directly to YouTube income. The Streamlabs ones go to a separate thing, but that's also actually listed as a line item in QuickBooks as income. So that is all taken care of. I have a good CPA. He goes through my stuff. He makes sure I'm doing everything properly. He smacks me if I'm about to do something stupid or improper. I have a quality CPA, and I am confident that I will come out of this audit unscathed. Upload dashcam video of you getting rammed by Eugene. Yeah, you'd like to see me get rammed, wouldn't you? You gotta pay me more than $1 if you want to see me get rammed, mofo. And thank you for the $1. Not to shamelessly advertise, but I use a Native Instruments Complete Audio 1. It works perfectly for streaming and recording with an XLR microphone and is relatively cheap on Amazon. Well, that's good to know, and thank you for the 10 Canadian dollars. I'm telling you, Las Vegas. I lived there, got over a decade before moving to Seattle. A place economically similar to New York City. Why'd you go from Las Vegas to Seattle? Why? Oh, I'm yawning. I gotta stop yawning. Why am I yawning? I think I'm yawning because I should sleep. I want to know what mic that is that Lewis uses. This is a DPA 4065. I think I answered that one earlier before it showed up on screen. This is a DPA 4065. Thank you again. I missed your response, but any tips on building a PC desktop? Any tips on building a PC desktop? Steve Gamers Nexus. I'm just going to put it in here. Steve Gamers Nexus. Steve Gamers Nexus. Mr. Covarrubias, watch Steve at Gamers Nexus. He will tell you how to build a desktop PC. I will tell you how to build a desktop PC that doesn't work properly. No. No. You want is Steve at Gamers Nexus. Go to Steve at Gamers Nexus. Have I told you about Steve at Gamers Nexus? I highly suggest Steve at Gamers Nexus. Mr. Steve at Gamers Nexus. If you want to build a PC, check out his channel and check out his website. It's a good place to be. I work in an industry that built a $300 million business inspecting and repairing and managing large water pipelines. This is a success story for Right to Repair. I want to talk about a positive case study. Alex, email lewis@fighttorepair.org. That's lewis@fighttorepair.org, and I'll check it out once I'm awake. Do you have any of Hunter Biden's old laptops? No, I don't. Thank you for the $2, Mr. Mud Chicken. And why am I still here? Well, why am I still here? I should be going to bed. It's time to go to bed. What the fuck am I doing here? I call Linus Tech Tips Small Linus and Linus Torvalds Big Linus. Okay, that's funny. That's funny. Nobody could have foretold an economic shutdown while you were store shopping. Last guy sent 6 shekels. Thank you, Logan Hawker, for the $5. But yes, what I could have foreseen is my old advice, which is don't go for perfection. There's no need to make things perfect. There's no need to go for perfect. And when you're ahead, just take the fact that you're ahead and be happy. That was a mistake. I should have known my place in the world. I didn't know my place. I thought I was on my way to a new place. I didn't I should have just known my place. Pine still didn't want to stay tinned for me. FX888 for the win. I like my little FM2032 Hacko. Speaking of knowing my place, it's about time I get going to bed. My bed is my place. Okay, I'm out of here. Thank you for the amazing content. Thank you, Amart. I appreciate that. Let me see if I missed anything here for a moment. Don't make any new ones, because if you make new ones, I got to stay here for your next yawn. Thank you. This is true. Thank you, Total Leak, for the 7.99. Excuse me. Thoughts on randos from Reddit calling you an egomaniac? Not trolling, just finding it funny. Thank you for the... egomaniac is a person that's highly self-centered. And a person that's highly self-centered probably wouldn't put take probably wouldn't run a charity that makes no money for the owner or director of the charity, that then spends that money to create educational materials for other businesses that compete with his own private business, and probably wouldn't have spent 8 or 9 years giving away all the information on how to do his job for free. I think what some people do is they don't like someone, so they just go to this little list of like, let me just find the list of bad words or like insulting sounding words and throw them. Because you have a lot that could stick. You could say ugly, that's probably right. You could say short, probably right. You could say, I don't know, failure at life, probably right. But I don't know. I don't see myself as an egomaniac. I'm obviously biased because I'm me. But you'd have to be incredibly self-censored for that. And I really do try to make sure that when it comes to anything I do with Right to Repair, at the end of the day, I make sure to let people know that I don't have shit to do with whether this is successful. You do. I don't have power. I'm just a random dude that talks on YouTube. And when it comes to the business that I'm in, I really do everything that I can to make sure that people other than me can succeed in my business. So you have a lot of different insults that you could use on me, but I don't think egomaniac I don't think egomaniac is an accurate one. I think it's just the jackass. Thanks to your informational videos. The first time I watched your videos to find out the bad RAM slot in my MacBook. Save you money to send for repair. That's a good thing, because if you sent it to me, I would have told you you're fucked, because I don't troubleshoot broken RAM slots, but I'm glad. I'm glad that it worked out. I need to go to bed, but the messages won't stop, and I can't go to bed until I finish all the messages. So I'm in a really bad catch-22 right here. Thank you, Juan the Panda, for the $2 and the fake candy. Someone that doesn't see themselves as an egomaniac is definitely an egomaniac, says Anonymous. Someone that's anonymous instead of having a real name is probably a pussy. Okay, what do we have here? What am I reading? Why am I still here? You have a list of all screws used in an A1398 MacBook. Oh, hell no. I remember every screw, it's in here. If you lose them, I don't know. If you want to make money as a charity, move to Afghanistan and raise money to mail cats and dogs around the world. Oh, that's sad. That's so fucking sad. Reading about the pets in Afghanistan makes me sad. That's fucking sad. You get Eric a cookie today? No. So you're compulsive obsessive, not an egomaniac. That could be correct. That could be correct. You should fall asleep in the chair with the stream running and become a super chat millionaire. I'll be honest, that's tempting. That happened before, 2 or 3 years ago. I might just fall asleep over here. You know what? That's not actually a bad idea. I'm going to go to sleep and wake up $83,000 richer. Tempting. Tempting. What if I just trolled Eli the computer guy with an empty chair stream? That used to get him so... It used to rub him the wrong way. When there'd be an empty chair, and the empty chair would have 5 times the viewership of his stream, I think that would do something. I should... You know what? Maybe. Okay. Instead of focusing on the 3 people talking crap, maybe try again with the other 1.3 million of us. You know, it's a problem with social media, and it's a thing of focus. Because I think, Hattie, and thank you for the kind words, Hattie Langford. I think it goes, have a beer on me, thank you, keep up the great work. Thank you. I think, fall asleep. Don't tell me what to do. Let me drink some water here. Tired. I think your brain is really in tune to the negative, because if you were in a tribe of 20 to 40 people and 2 or 3 people disliked you, you were probably going to get kicked out of the tribe. Something bad was going to happen. You were sensitive to that. But now, I don't think people were meant to speak with more than like 20 to 40 people. I don't think you were meant to have an inner circle of more than 20 to 40 people. So when you have an inner circle of... That's cool, Raisin. Thank you. I'm sorry I didn't read it. I'm going to lose my train of thought since it's falling asleep already. Thank you for the $20, and I'm glad that you got a set of stickers. Say hi to Kyle for me. When you have 1.6 million people watching, you're not going to have like 3 people in the tribe that hate you. You're going to have, reasonably speaking, 30,000. And your brain really it really does focus on the people in the tribe that hate you, because I think that was important back in the day. And I think that that's probably important now. Did you meet the EU lady? No, I did not. I released that video several hours ago, and now I'm sitting down, petting my cat, talking to you people before I fall asleep. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Here, you can get a wrench. I give you a wrench. Wonder if I would fall asleep on this. I bet if he did fall asleep, half of us would still be here chatting. Well, there's one way to test that, isn't there? Let's see. So right now, we have 772 viewers. This chair does recline quite a bit. This is my first time catching a live stream in over a year. Just want to say keep up the good work. Thank you. At this point, everything that gets posted on the screen from now here on in is not going to get read because I am going to sleep. This is a very nice recliner, by the way. This is weird because I feel like there's people watching me. You're not in the room, but I feel you all here, and it's weird. The fuck was that? Jesus Christ. I gotta go brush my teeth. You motherfucker. I was actually falling asleep there. Alright. I'm out of here.